the grade 8 and 9 intervention program, and we're calling it a pull-out program. And basically what happened was that lady called Deirdre came to assess the grade 8s. They have a spelling test, they have a comprehension test, and then they are, well, they're graded into that test in terms of this in English. How well do they spell, and how much do they understand of the comprehension given? And also a reading test, at what age are they reading at? So you'll find that a child who's 12 years old has a reading ability of an 8-year-old or a 7-year-old. And also that means that their comprehension skills are very low, which means that what they're learning at grade 8 makes no sense to them because they're understanding it at grade 2 grades below, 3 grades below. And we had to make a decision once we had all these results, so we know what's going on, we know what the problem is, how do we fix it, because we can't go back to primary school and attend to those problems. And we had to decide, do we take the risk of pulling those kids out and having these fundamental issues addressed so that at least by the time they get into the school program, there's a point to what they're doing, because if they stay and nothing's being done, they're going to be left behind if they're in the mixed class. Because if you're paying attention to them, the clever kids end up getting bored. If you're paying attention to the clever kids, at some point you're going to forget somebody, and how many of them there were. And we found that it was challenging to the teachers. And so the risk was put them into different groups, the weakest group in their own group, so that A, they'll feel comfortable to know that I'm with my own peers who are struggling at the same level that I am, rather than it being in a mixed class where there's a bright student and I can't say a word, I can't speak English properly, risk that other students are going to laugh at me, and third point, I don't understand what's going on. So we looked at a whole things like the emotional factor to this, but at the end of the day, something had to be done. And so this program came about where we had to take those kids out. It was a risk. And where they basically have a teacher who's going to attend to them. And this program that they have to do phonics and spelling and seeing words and all of that. They have to do comprehension, poetry, stories on text. And they also have to do writing as well, and also attend to grammar. But they do it at a slower pace. So right now I've got a grade that I'm not currently, we have the class in 2. There are those who cannot do grade 8 work, and we're plodding along nicely, and there are those who are finding the material quite difficult. They have to attend to the phonics and comprehension and spelling, and as the term goes on, they are slowly bringing in the material that we're doing with the other grade 8s, but at a slower pace. So they will take an activity, if they're doing phonics and spelling at a level that's suitable for them according to the program, then they'll bring the theme that we are doing as grade 8 into the teaching. The teacher's Kirsten. So she'll bring in that work in order to help them be familiar with the words that we're doing. At the end, we make them write a similar test to see, A, the group that's out, that they are actually improving, and also so that they don't feel they are left out, because there's a whole differentiation that goes on outside that we also have to be aware of. You belong to that class, so that class is slow. So we're trying to cater to that as well. So when they feel that they're writing the same test that their peers are writing, they don't feel there's anything wrong with them per se. We do explain everything to them, why we're putting them separately, what's the positives at the end. And this gives them a buy-in, and they feel confident about why they're there, and they can see an improvement. Once you've assessed over the term and looking at their CAS marks and looking at their general progress, we pull them out and they come to the mainstream English class. And I found that they are eager to learn. They're more excited, like, oh, we want to do this. And the problems that they had, the gap is minimized. It's not eradicated, but the gap is minimized. I'm able to work with them at a grade 8 level, unlike if it started at the beginning of the term, where the gap was so big. Having to teach phonics, I don't know how.